Hello and welcome to gaming and welcome to another eSports Boxing Club video update. We've just got the June development update on Twitter. We expected it to be coming, it's the end of June and we've got it right at the last minute. Let's have a look at what Steel City Interactive have said for this month's dev update. So as you can see, the June development update has been posted and it says, "Hello fight fans, ESBC update. This month the studio has been focused on upgrading the back-end systems to support the massive expansion of boxers featuring in eSports Boxing Club. Due to the huge change in scope for this game, we have to ensure the foundations we're building on are solid, as this is no longer the small indie title that we started making last year." I think at some point I made mention to this project that they've gone on has changed so much since they started, and they've gone from like this tiny studio to this, fairly mid to big size studio now as they've developed this game, which is a really interesting process from a game's development standpoint. Gameplay walkthrough. Our next gameplay walkthrough video will be posted soon. In this, we'll showcase some of the features that we've talked about in these monthly updates. If you enjoyed the alpha gameplay footage in March, then this is a video for you. We are currently going through an approval process to ensure that we can show the boxers we want to feature in this walkthrough. Okay, that's interesting. Does that mean that there's some more announcements to come about some more boxers that are going to be in here? Because surely they're allowed to show some of the guys that they've already announced. Or there might not be, due to like some contractual agreements, like some boxers might say, "You're not allowed to use me for promotional reasons." I don't know. E3 trailer. We weren't planning to appear at E3, and I said this in my preview and my review or reaction to the E3 footage. It did feel very much like it was a kind of a last minute thing, and they went over a lot of things that we already knew, and they basically go over this here in this paragraph. When Games Radar, interestingly it's still got the spelling error marker under it, I don't know why that's happened. When Games Radar offered an opportunity to introduce ESBC to a new audience, we jumped at the chance. So that's exactly what I said. There's a lot more different eyes on the product through E3 than people that come to my YouTube channel or to other YouTube channels. E3 is obviously a massive thing, and it gets the word out to different gamers. The level of exposure is a huge boost for a small indie developer like ourselves, and we're really thankful to the GR team for including ESBC in their show. It was pretty cool, wasn't it, to see it on there? And whilst I was watching it on Twitch, the comments, there were so many people wanting to see this game as well, so there's obviously, we know there's a great deal of hype around it. As this was likely the first time many gamers had seen or heard of ESBC, we created a video with a mixture of existing and new content. So again, this is what I said in my preview. I had a feeling that was what it was going to be, and it actually did turn out to be that. I was a little bit disappointed in the fact that they mentioned that the early access is coming in 2021 when they've previously said the summer. I have been told that supposedly in the Discord chat, which I'm not part of, I need to get myself in there, it was stated that they're still aiming for summer. I don't know how true that is, that's just what somebody told me. This month we have been focused on improving and iterating the in-ring action, ensuring all the mechanics work in sync together rather than introducing more features on top of an already feature-rich combat system. So they want to get the fundamentals down, and I wholeheartedly back that. I think get a nice solid base going, and then you can start experiment. If you've got a base level that you're happy with and that the gamers are going to be happy with, the fans are going to be happy with, then you can experiment with that. And that is the point of betas and tests and things like that, is to get the feedback. So that'll all come with like early access and things like that as well. Get the base ready for early access, and then we'll see from there. Studio update. Whilst we are still a small studio based in Sheffield, England, we attract some of the best talent from the biggest studios in the world. With recent hires from Epic Games, EA and Sumo Digital, we are incredibly excited about the growth of the company in the lead up to delivering one of the biggest boxing titles ever made. Having said all this, we have to remind our community that we are still only a fraction of the size and budget traditionally required to develop a fully developed AAA game of this nature. However, we are making great progress utilizing new methods within the video game industry. So again, they started from very small beginnings, and the stuff that they've shown us already, Steel City Interactive, you really have done an ace job. Even if this game comes out and it's not quite to the levels that some people are expecting, you know, it's getting hyped up to the moon, but what an accomplishment it has been from the studio to get us a boxing game, a fully licensed boxing game after a decade without. You have to give it up to Steel City Interactive for that. And Sheffield, it's just down the road from me, or just across from me, not far. I live in Leeds. I have emailed them, I've asked them if I can come down and if I can do something with them. I've not heard back. Come on, Steel City Interactive, get in touch with me. Get in touch. I want to come down and get some content for these guys that are watching this video here. Would you guys like to see that? That would be amazing, right? I could literally just drive down the road to them if they had any spare time. So, you know, let's get it going. Let's get it happening, Steel City Interactive. So just a short update for June, but I feel like that's justified. We've had the E3 announcement and we've had the development updates from previous months. I don't think a lot's obviously changed in the recent month. We've had all the announcements of the boxes and that. We've had quite a lot, to be fair. And I think now it's just the build towards the early access now. Like they say, they've got another gameplay trailer to come. They're going to be posting it soon, so we've got that to look forward to. And we still have the early access release date to look forward to. I'm really hoping it is going to be summer, but I do have a little bit of a concern it's going to be somewhat later. But I guess, as I said in the E3 video, you know, if it does end up being later, fair enough. That's only my own disappointment because I'm hyped to play the game. I want them to get this game right. That, you know, this is a once in a generation opportunity to do something amazing here, and if it means the game has to be delayed ever so slightly, I'm not gonna be fuming with that because we want them to get it right. So that's the eSports Boxing Club June development update. What do you guys think to what we've heard? A bit of a shorter one, but like I say, I'm not too concerned with that. I think, you know, we're really close now, and we've also had so much information since January of this year, so not too concerned with it being a little bit shorter. And I think, you know, they've clarified the E3 bit, which, like I say, was what I said I expected. So it was nice to hear them discuss that. I really like that they're doing this as well. They're keeping the fans sort of in communication. It's really good communication from the developers. You don't get this with a lot of games companies, a lot of games developers. So this is really great to see them really interacting with the community and the fans. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.